Oh yeah.
All right, man. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, back to another True Series episode. These are your boys from Offbeat Studios and Entertainment, located here in Arcadia, Florida, man. Back with another banger. We are on the road to 200 subscribers, man. So everybody, please, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like and subscribe button for your boys, please. All right, man. And also, this video is brought to you by the one, the only, W. W Energy, man. Get Dubs Light Offbeat by drinking W Energy. Hit that promo code OBS863 to get 20% off your first order. Offbeat Studios is not responsible for what you do when you dry scoop this shit. So please drink responsibly.
Yes.
All right, cuz. All right, another week. All right, another week. So we're gonna do a doubleheader tonight. So the first one obviously would be the New York Jets, and then the other one we said was gonna do was what, the Cardinals.
Uh, we could do the Cardinal.
Okay. Or do we want to stay in the AFC? No, cause we did say AFC, NFC. Or was it the Lions?
It was the Lions we were going to do.
Okay, the Lions. So we go with Lions then. Okay, yep. So double header. So first one is New York, and then next one would be Detroit, man. So, all right, cuz let me get set up here real quick. We're gonna talk about these sorry ass New York Jets. They have been abysmal. Outside of the Cleveland Browns, they like second. They, in my book, they about second to last, being the laughing stock of the league.
Okay. I could agree with that.
All right.
I got Washington. And then I mean Cleveland's starting to go to the playoffs, but Cleveland's still a laughing stock to me.
All right, man. So, what's going up? Can you see my screen, cuz?
Yeah, I can see it.
All
And
right,
it's
man.
actually moving fine.
All right, good.
It's crazy.
All right, man. So, first thing first, we always gonna dissect the schedule, right? And we're gonna see what they did in the last season that they played. So, game number one was against those Bills, and they came out on top, right? Aaron Rodgers gets hurt, but they came out on top 22-16. They end up getting dominated in week 2 against the Cowboys. Just going to open the door for Marshall. They end up getting dominated by the Cowboys in week 2. They end up holding on but still losing to the Patriots. They came down here, then they end up losing to the Chiefs 23-20. Sorry, Jeffrey, they end up beating those sorry ass Broncos 31-21. Then they end up shocking the world, man, and beating the Eagles. They came back, and then Chris, I'm sorry, they end up beating you guys there. Then we got the Chargers, 20. They end up getting smashed by the Chargers, 27-6. End up getting kind of holding on with the Raiders, 12-16. Bills got their revenge, end up blowing them out 32-6. Dolphins end up whooping their ass 34-13. End up losing to the Falcons, which is not a good look. 13-8. CJ Stroud, I don't know, he must have didn't show up that game or something, but they ended up beating them actually 30-6. Dolphins ended up shutting them boys out in prime time 0-30. They ended up beating the Commanders right here 28-30. The Browns end up beating them 20-37, and then they end up beating the Patriots for their last game 17-3. And I put them in the third in the NFC in the AFC East, and they end up finishing 7-10 under the second year coach of Robert Saleh. So, cuz like we do all the time, was the Jets, was their season a disappointment or a success?
Their season was a disappointment because they had high expectations, and Aaron Rodgers went down, and then you had Zach Wilson under the center. Brees Hall didn't perform as much as people thought he was going to be. People thought he was going to, get 1,000 yards off the back, even though he's close. But they thought he was going to be an overperforming running back. He didn't perform that well, and Garrett Wilson was just getting over the 1,000-yard mark. I think offensively they were really pushing this Jet squad to step up, but they really didn't. While I do think that there was issues with injuries and stuff, but it happens as part of the game. Um,
Yeah.
I do believe defense was kind of there. There was some games where they shut people out, some of the
Mm.
top teams, but still at the end of the day, offense needs to be there. And to be overall, is a very disappointing season. What was their record overall?
7-10.
7-10. So yeah, it's a losing season. So prepared compared to what they remember they were saying they're gonna be contenders in the AFC East with the Bills and the Dolphins, and but what they did, it's a big disappointment.
Yeah, and I agree with you because the last couple of years for the Jets, man, just ain't been pretty,
Yeah.
right? Now I did see some improvement when they brought in Robert Sala, especially on that defensive side of the ball. Especially on that defensive side of the ball, man. That defense, I think what people don't understand how scary that Jets defense can be. Um, but that's part of the Robert Sala scheme. You know what I mean? So, but with Aaron Rodgers coming in, I thought they had a great shot. I really thought they had a good shot. I'm gonna be a homer and not try and say they ain't gonna go over my Dolphins, but on paper they had a good shot to take the East, the AFC East. You know what I mean? So, um, I do feel like, given circumstances, I can't say it was a success or a failure. Now, hypothetically speaking, because we're gonna say it was a failure because obviously you was 7-10, you didn't even make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? For the second year, what about the third year in a row, fourth year in a row? How long it been? It's been a minute. Um, but you ain't make the playoffs. You know what I mean? For Robert Sala, 2 years back to back, you didn't make the playoffs, right? So, but given the circumstances, man, I just can't. I really can't sit there and really judge them like that. If that makes sense, because they was banking on Aaron Rodgers last year. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard for me to sit here and really judge the Jets, man, based on those circumstances. But like you said, injuries are a part of the game, so you got to be able to adjust to these injuries, especially with a major injury like Aaron Rodgers going down. So now let me ask you this question: if Aaron Rodgers didn't get hurt, what do you think they would have done?
They would have probably went to the playoffs, more than likely reached the AFC Championship. Because overall, the Jets' defense is very good. Because as far as last season, don't know where they were ranked, but their defense was very very high up there. It what threw them off was their offense. Because in passing yards, They were only averaging 171.7 yards a game. Obviously Zach Wilson was under center, but that ranked them at 30th overall in the league. And then in rushing yards, they were 22nd in the
D
league.
boys, D boys
Yeah,
was they had the #2 passing defense,
had a number two passing defense.
which is crazy.
And then another stat I could throw at you, uh, overall rank was their third down percentages was terrible because they were the last in the league in third down
So
percentages.
so we on the field, but when we get on the field, defense get the ball back and defense make stops, but we can't stay on the field long enough to score points.
Yeah, we can't stay on the field long enough, and then defense they have to come up, and they get tired,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they get tired. And I
yeah.
do believe Aaron Rodgers was the
What's that
crucial
blow? That blow.
was that blow. Yes, yes, it was that blow. Because to be honest, if Aaron Rodgers was on the field, I could see people hyping up Garrett Wilson and all that stuff because his yards will probably be higher. You know, mind you, he had Zach Wilson throwing to him, and I think Trevor too.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, Trevor and Zach throwing to him reached 1,000 yards. Imagine Aaron Rodgers under center. It's crazy. Imagine Aaron Rodgers under center. So, and then like I said, and then I think one of the biggest disappointments, actually, in my opinion, it's not Aaron Rodgers or Garrett Wilson or Zach Wilson. It's actually Brees Hall.
cause he did
I
get
think
hurt. Did he get hurt?
I don't know if he got hurt. I don't know if he got hurt. I'll check. But Brees Hall was he did get a lot of grabs, actually. He did get a lot of grabs. Let me look at his stats. So he did get a lot of grabs. He had 223 carries with 994 yards. So even if he got hurt, he played he played all 17 games.
Yeah,
He played all 17 games. Brees Hall is the biggest disappointment. I'm not saying that his yards are terrible. It's average at best, but you know to think people are saying Brees Hall was the premier running back, to start carrying the league. He didn't live up to his numbers as well, and I do get it. Well they can't pass the ball. Well, you're hyping him up to be this premier running back. He did his
got to
yards
show
didn't
up.
show. Yeah, his yards didn't show. I mean, mind you, if you look at the receiving, there was a lot of people catching, also Brees Hall as well, but like that running needs to be there.
Yeah, for sure. And I think
Yeah,
what they was hoping with because a lot of people when we talk about Aaron Rodgers, right? You got to realize his strength and weaknesses too. I want y'all to analyze his strength and weaknesses. One of Aaron Rodgers' best strengths, Chris, is what?
um,
I'm gonna see if you know.
I mean, I don't really. Well, wait, let me see. What are you gonna say?
One of Aaron Rodgers' best strengths is play action.
Okay,
So
I can
one of
see
his,
that.
you know what I'm saying, one of his
I
best
can see
strengths.
that. I can see that.
Yeah, his play action outside of him, I would say Jared Goff. That's what a lot of people don't understand
Jared
about Jared
Goff's
Goff.
got
Is
it.
Jared Goff play action is fucking beautiful,
Yeah,
but
Jared. Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers, his play action is pretty damn good.
yeah,
So I think what the Jets schematically wise, and I say this in air quotes, right? Because I could be wrong. But when I bring in a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, right? Of course, like we finna, the IQ and everything is there, cause right.
yeah,
But how do I utilize him with Brees, right? And I think what the Jets really wanted, is something that Zach Wilson can't do, was to utilize a balanced approach. I
yeah,
think that's what they wanted to do, and I love balanced approaches because that's just how I play Madden like that. You know what I mean? I run here, passing, you know what I'm saying? But I make sure it's balanced. I ain't air raiding or I ain't run heavy. It's a balance schematically. You know what I mean? So I think that the Jets really wanted to utilize Aaron Rodgers' play action ability with Brees Hall because if I got a runner like Brees Hall, that's forcing the defense to come up front and stack the box. Guess what? Now I can hit him over the top with the play action, and that that's Garrett Wilson down the field, which is a capable receiver down the field, 1-on-1 by himself all the time. You
You
get what
know
I'm
what
saying?
you know what I've noticed? What I just noticed is that rushing yards being 22nd in the league is actually downright horrendous when you think of the
What do you
fact
think
they
about it?
also when you think about they had Brees Hall, who's supposedly the premier running back, and then they also had Dalvin Cook as another running back.
Yep, and that's what made the Jets scary too, because he was like, oh snap, they got Dalvin Cook, who had a pretty solid season in Minnesota the year prior.
So to be honest, if you ask me, I mean, if you ask me, if the rushing was actually there, it would be very different.
Yeah,
And I mean, you could even add in Aaron Rodgers going down the first game. You could
right.
add in Aaron Rodgers going down the first game, Zach Wilson being under center. Like, if you had Dalvin Cook and Brees Hall just performing to what the standard is supposedly supposed to be, you could see a team at least reaching the playoffs or giving teams problems. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah,
Especially the AFC East, because I know with the Dolphins, they're a pass defense team. They're normally on the pass because you have Jalen Ramsey, Xavier Howard, all of them. But if the Jets were actually on the running, it would have been very different.
yeah. That's facts. That's facts. And yeah, Brees Hall did get hurt, but he got hurt in week 7.
Week 7
Yeah, against the Dolphins, but against the Broncos, tore ACL.
towards ACL.
Yep,
Well,
yep.
it's part of the game, but still, you're
Yeah,
the
man.
premier running back.
Yeah, but then you still had Dalvin Cook though. You know what I'm saying?
Still had
So,
Dalvin Cook. Yeah.
and what I don't understand because Mekhi Becton, he's one of the top tackles in the league, man. So
Yeah.
I don't know what happened schematically when it came to that run, but like you said, they getting on these thirds down. We can't extend drives to even run the ball anyway. You know what I mean?
I think like I said, it just came down to Aaron Rodgers. As Aaron Rodgers got hurt, the whole team was like, "Oh fuck! Well, what do we do
When they
now?
go, yeah, that'll go to season.
What do we do? Like, what do we do? We built the whole scheme around Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, of course, you got to build the scheme around Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he's your quarterback. Yeah.
He's your quarterback. You built the whole scheme around him, and he's down. And you're like, damn. Well, shit. I don't know what we do now. Well, let's wing it. You
Yep.
winged it all right.
Let's say,
Let's talk about Zach Wilson.
all right, you want to talk about Zach Wilson?
Yeah.
Because
Zach Wilson.
I was finna get ready into the roster, but Zach Wilson ain't with them no more anyway.
Yeah, he ain't
But
with them, but Zach
you
Wilson.
want to
I'm
go
talking
with
about
his
his.
stats?
I'm talking about his last year performance.
All right, go ahead.
So Zach Wilson. Now we all know what you are. We all know what you are, and I feel and deep in my heart, I feel so bad for you. You know, because I want you to be very good. I want you to be a good, and I believe if he's the fact that he's on another team, he might find it. But for the
Oh
love
no,
of God,
because the Broncos just announced that Jarrett Stidham was going to be their starter. So
who?
Jarrett Stidham.
Oh yeah. I knew he wasn't gonna be. He's not gonna be a starter. I knew Zach wasn't gonna be a starter. But I hope. I hope he get a
He got
chance.
beat out by Jarrett Stidham, bro. That's bad. But go ahead, cuz.
But I hope he get a chance. But Zach Wilson, it was your. I think this was your chance to prove to everybody that not that you were the guy, that you were actually a decent quarterback. And
That you
for
can
the love
come
of
in and win
God,
games.
yeah, for the love of God, you are one of the biggest one-hit wonders I've ever seen in my entire life. He played at BYU, right?
Yep.
That whole career stint you had at BYU,
Fluke.
well, that don't matter because you are dog shit. So you threw, mind you, he started after Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
He was starting, and homie threw two bands, 271 with 8 touchdowns,
Yep.
7 interceptions.
Yeah.
So and it's terrible. You want to know what's so terrible is I know that he got benched multiple times,
He
and then they
certainly
threw
did.
him back out. Yeah, they benched him and then they threw him back out. Zach Wilson, you are terrible. I don't care what team you go to. I want you, the hope in me wants you to succeed, but overall, like you are terrible. You need a different career choice. Good, you're making money. That's good, but you are still a dog shit quarterback, and you don't deserve to be in the league. I'm
Damn,
sorry,
cuz.
you don't deserve to be in the league. There's people who are performing way better than you. Like it's terrible. It's downright terrible. I mean, even the quarterbacks you had backing you up were trash. But like Zach Wilson, you have shown us even again that you're trash. And this is with not a loaded team, but a team that is kind of stuck because you got Dalvin Cook, Brees Hall, you got Tyler Conklin, you got Garrett Wilson.
It's
You
not like
got
you ain't have shit.
It's not like you don't got anything. You're just terrible. You're just terrible. Leave the NFL, please.
Mm.
That's it. That's all I gotta say about Zach
That
Wilson.
was Zachary.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I ain't gonna give on.
like I said,
I ain't gonna give up on him just yet.
the hope in me wants him to go on another team and try again, but he's dog shit. Stop. Just stop.
But like,
Stop trying to make him something he's not.
see. Now this is why I'm gonna kind of disagree with you because uh, Zach Wilson, when he got drafted, right, he came into a shit show.
Yeah, I
Like
know.
he came into a bad situation, dude. Like I'm talking about you. I was talking about the 2008 Detroit Lions bad.
You
Like
know,
you know what I'm saying? So, and when I scouted, I ain't when I scouted Zach Wilson because I knew Miami, they weren't gonna go quarterback that year. But when I had just looked at him, right, and when I was just looking at this game, I really saw that he was very undeveloped. But the New York Jets, they was just desperate. You know what I'm saying? They
yeah.
just was desperate, like the Jets always be. Um, but I really feel like if Zach Wilson would have been under a whole different regime, let's say he go to like a Green Bay, or if he do go to a team like, let's say
49ers,
like the 49ers,
Like I mean,
hell, I,
I know under a good coach he'll be good. Like Kyle Shanahan, the Kyle Shanahan project. He'll make them good. But like we all know quarterbacks, whenever they're put in a bad situation, that's when we find out how well the quarterbacks are going to play.
to an
Because
extent,
to an extent,
but
to
yeah.
an extent. But see, overall, when you have a good quarterback, you'll see the good quarterback even in bad situations.
Yep, or they can be like a Drew Brees because Drew Brees, his first tenure with the Chargers, I mean, it wasn't pretty.
No, it
He
wasn't
got
pretty.
he got to a playoff run one year, but like that's because you had who? The Jadian Thomason and Antonio Gates still balling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see,
Only when he got to New Orleans with Sean Payton, that's when we started seeing Drew throw for like 4,000 yards each season, MVP esque. Drew Brees, you know what I mean?
yeah. The only thing I haven't looked at any Zach Wilson film. The only thing I've gathered from his performances is he's very inaccurate and doesn't know how to read.
Yeah.
Whenever he throws, he doesn't know how to go through his reads right.
And he's still on a rookie contract, man. So like you can't really like me. I can't give up on him just yet, man, because we ain't really seen enough. Now I seen when Zach Wilson was on his game when he beat the Chiefs. That's the level of Zach Wilson that you want. But see, the thing about that is, can you get that on a consistent basis?
Yeah, we need
That
to
game
have.
when he played against the Chiefs, boy, Zach Wilson, I didn't know Zach Wilson could play like that.
Hey, we
He,
always there's always a great game. You know, you gotta
yeah,
play.
there's always a great game,
You gotta
but
continue playing it.
but when you evaluate these young quarterbacks, because remember, not Lamar Jackson, but Zach Wilson ain't been in the league but no but 3 years, right? So
Yeah,
he's still under that young quarterback tier right now, right? So when you evaluate how, I don't know how you do it, but when I evaluate these young quarterbacks, bro, you know what I'm saying? I evaluate their best game. Because by me looking at their best game, that shows me what the potential ceiling could be. You get what I'm
yeah,
saying? Now, yes, everybody, Chris, has a great game every now and then. But when you're dealing with a young quarterback, you want to see the great game and see if he can replicate that. And when he did that against the Chiefs, you know what I'm saying? For one, but I done see Aaron Rodgers play like shit against the Chiefs. Let's be real. You get what I'm saying? So for him to come out there and play against the Chiefs like that, I'm like, oh shit, this is his ceiling. This is potentially where he could be at. Just like when Tua went off against the goddamn Cardinals, right? That was about 2-3 years ago. The same goddamn film that everybody be showing me, look what he can do, right? But the reason why they're saying that is because he was under that young quarterback tier. So they was like, oh look, this is what he can do. Imagine if we get this all the time. So now my trajectory of said quarterback or Tua is now a little bit higher because I done seen him at his best game. Now the question is, can he perform like that on a consistent basis? That's the problem. We know Zach Wilson can play because we done seen it. But now can you do that on a Sunday to Sunday basis? And I think that's the problem. He just inconsistent.
yeah. I'm very cynical when it comes to it. I'm more of you need to perform. If you don't perform, you move out of the way.
That
If you
too.
don't perform, move out of the way. If you find it somewhere else, perfect. Then you be held up good. If you find it and someone builds something around you and you're good, that's good. But right now, move out of the way.
Yeah.
Let other people play unless they build something around you or you come out of nowhere and start
Start
playing
balling.
ball.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like Geno Smith. But like I said, see, we thought Geno Smith was trash. You get
yeah,
what I'm saying? We thought, we
yeah.
thought Geno, we thought Geno was trash. Now look at
I
him.
had I had the I had my same mindset with Gino too. I was like, Gino, you trash. You trash. Go away, move out of the way, let these other people play. He came back in, he started balling. I said, oh, okay, Gino actually playing good.
Yeah,
You know?
like
You
Baker
know?
Mayfield. We thought Baker was trash. Now look at him. You know what I'm saying? He all right. You know what I'm saying? He ain't what he was in Cleveland. He
He
can win
okay.
you. He can get you to the playoffs.
Yeah, that defense can too.
Yeah. I mean, but you got to have a
Yeah, he
quarterback
was
that,
good. He was
you know
okay.
what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to have a quarterback that understand the situation at least.
Yeah, but he was okay. But like I said, I was just saying, like, overall, I just say Zach Wilson, move out of the way. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna have him move out of the way because like I said, they probably think the same way I do when it comes to it. Because see, they're like, hey, we just need someone to win right now. Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, he in Denver, so like, nah, boy, it was definitely bad.
Yeah. So,
Them boys already in trade talks with Justin Simmons already trying to get. I don't know where they trying to send him to, but Justin Simmons already in trade talk. So yeah, but Denver now is a damn show dumpster fire now. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
Congratulations to y'all getting their #1 draft pick next year. Next year, you get.
but I do want to see. But that's gonna be a quarterback. That's gonna be a quarterback. I'm gonna actually be watching because I think they want a quarterback battle. I think they want a quarterback battle. Because
What you
guess
mean?
what? Because you got Joe Nix, right? I mean Bo Nix. You got Bo Nix. You got Bo Nix. You got Zach Wilson, and you got Jared Stidham, right?
Yeah.
So now, realistically, although we're going off a topic, but realistically though, right? You got both of these guys can't hold a goddamn job in the NFL. Let's
Yeah.
be real. You get what I'm saying? So, but you got three quarterbacks on this roster that all have something to prove. Ain't nobody job safe. Ain't nobody, because we don't know what Bo Nix gonna do because he just got drafted. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
We still kind of get a little uncertainty about Zach Wilson. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Jared Stidham, he playing with a chip on the shoulder. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because he been hopping from team to team. You know what I'm saying? So he got something to prove. So all three of these guys coming in camp got something to prove. So I'm gonna actually be looking like real close at them. I'm gonna be looking real close, man, to see. I think that's what Denver wanted. They wanted to see. All right, let's get 3 quarterbacks in here and let's see which one's gonna take us to the future. We hope it's Bo Nix because it's been our first round pick. But just in case Bo Nix ain't the guy, we got insurance. And we still got a hopeful in Zach Wilson. If Zach Wilson don't work out, we got Jared Stidham, who still got something to prove in the league. You get what I'm saying? So, actually, from a business standpoint, that's not a bad move what they did.
Okay.
Not a bad move what they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Mhm.
All right, you could go ahead and go get into roster. So we're not holding up.
I'm gonna say one more thing, cuz, and I'm gonna let it go.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
And this how I know that they hopeful on Zach Wilson, cause they traded for him. They traded for him because Zach Wilson's still on his rookie deal. They traded for him. They traded for him. So that's why. If they would just let him, because Zach Wilson would have still been on the Jets, but the Jets was like, all right, let's go ahead and trade you because after your rookie deal, we don't plan on re-signing you. So then was like, hey, y'all don't want him. We don't know too much about him yet. Let's see what he can do over here and see what happens. So they traded for him. So that's how I know they got some hope for him. So. All right, cuz let's get into what their season's going to be like this season. That was a good talk, though. That was a good conversation.
Yeah. Jets.
All right, so the first preseason game is actually Saturday, August 10th. So this Saturday. See my screen, cuz?
Yes.
All right. So, first game, September 9th. 49ers, are they winning or losing?
Losing. Oh wait. Aaron Rodgers comes back.
Aaron Rodgers is back.
So,
God forbid something happens.
God forbid something happens. That's gonna be a good game because, mind you, I'm not sure of their changes, but I know the defense has the defense changed at all.
No, not that I know of.
So if
Because you still got Quentin Williams, you still got C.J. Mosley, so you still got some of your pieces still over there.
So I actually don't know. I will give it to 49ers. It's gonna be a nail biter though. It'll be a nail biter.
Okay, so we're gonna say they lose one.
Yeah.
All right. Jets going to the Titans.
Titans, they're gonna beat them.
They're gonna beat the Titans.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give them that one too. All right, unless Will Levis, turn up, but that's a different story. Patriots versus Jets.
Milton does look good, but I'm gonna say the Jets.
Okay, so we're gonna give them 2 games. All right. What about when they play against the Broncos?
We all know what's gonna happen there.
Zach Wilson might start that game, boy. He got a chip on his shoulder.
Against Aaron Rodgers.
Might go off.
Against Aaron Rodgers.
He might go off.
Against Aaron Rodgers? Nah.
It's a pipe dream.
It's a pipe dream.
All right, what about the Vikings? J.J. McCarthy.
I'll give that to the Jets too.
Yeah, I ain't seen J. I mean, they say J.J. looking all right, but I'm too caught up in the air right now still about him too. I gotta see all these guys play. What about when they play against the Bills?
Play against the Bills. I'll give it to the Bills.
Okay. All right. They playing against the Steelers.
Steelers with Russell Wilson.
I don't know. It's looking like it might be Justin Fields.
Justin Fields might be Justin Fields.
They
Yeah, I give it to the Jets.
They say Justin Fields looking better than Russell Wilson, which is crazy. All right. The Jets against the Patriots again. It's a home game.
Jets against the Patriots. Home game. For the Patriots.
For the
Jets.
Jets. Yep.
Yeah, Jets winning that.
All right. How about when they play against the Texans? C.J. Stroud.
I'll give it to the Texans.
All right. Cardinals. We already know they're gonna win that one.
Yeah, they're gonna win that.
Colts.
Colts.
That actually might not be a bad game.
That might be a good one.
That might not be a bad game because I'm not gonna tell you no lie.
We'll toss that up in the air. We could say the Colts.
I'm gonna give it to the Colts in that one.
Yeah.
Against the Seahawks.
Seahawks. I'll say Jets.
Jets. Okay. How about when they play us?
Yeah, you guys are gonna win.
Okay. Against Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah. You guys have too many weapons on offense and defense now.
Okay. Jaguars.
Jaguars. That's another good game. Trevor. Got Trevor Lawrence. You know what? Just to make it even, I'll give it to the Jags.
Okay. What about the Rams?
Rams. Oh, Jets.
The Bills.
Bills. I
They
don't
going
want to
over
give.
there. They going over there.
Oh yeah, the Bills. Yeah. Bills Mafia.
And the Dolphins.
Do you want to split? No, Dolphins are gonna be too good. So yeah, I'll say Dolphins again. What's the
All
record?
right. Let's see. We just counted up. So you got 1, 2.
Jets.
Ten.
Man.
So 10 and 1, 2, 3,
6.
4, 5, 6, 7. 10 and 7. Remember
10
they
and
play an extra game this year.
And I'll explain to you guys. I'll explain why I think that they're winning majority of their games is because when you add Aaron Rodgers part of the offense, it boosts up. If the
Yeah.
defense is playing, and this is me going off that the defense playing the same way they did
They did
last.
last year. Yep.
So if the defense is still on their top
Yeah.
shit,
Yep.
and Aaron Rodgers is coming in relatively, I can see them making the playoffs. And like I said that they're losing to Miami and losing to the Bills both times. But to be honest, I could see if they're on their stuff, I could see them the AFC East being a heavyweight bout between three teams, between
Yeah.
the Jets, Miami, and Buffalo.
In Buffalo.
Yeah. I can see that. That's just Aaron Rodgers coming back because we all know Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. And that's given the fact that they may end up pulling out a game or two out their ass, the ones that we said they was gonna lose and they end up winning.
yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes Tua likes that. He likes that weird. So
Dude, yeah.
So I wouldn't be shocked.
Josh Allen too.
Josh Allen too. So I wouldn't be shocked if it's the games of the Bills that he starts doing that.
A division game. I think
Yeah,
it's gonna be a
division
toss
game.
up. I think it's gonna be a toss
I
up.
wouldn't
Those
say-
division
I
games because
wouldn't
those
say-
division games go either way.
I wouldn't even say division because I don't even count the Patriots because the Patriots are a what if because people say Milton looks good but I don't care. I need to see him play. Whenever I'm talking about like the games that we know are indecisive. Indecisive because we know who's gonna win, like Miami and Buffalo,
Yep.
right? We're like automatically thinking, oh yeah, Buffalo's gonna win, but like those are the games where you just think they might just pull it out.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, but that's only if Aaron Rodgers is healthy.
Only if.
Only if.
All right, cuz. So we're gonna get on to the nitty gritty. What do they need to do to win the Super Bowl?
They gotta hope Aaron Rodgers have an extra life. I just like They just gotta hope Aaron Rodgers don't get hurt. And then they also defense was immaculate. Uh, Brees Hall needs to start performing. Garrett Wilson needs to start performing. I believe Garrett Wilson will perform now that Aaron Rodgers will be back under center.
Okay.
But and I believe Tyler Conklin too, because I know Aaron Rodgers does love his tight ends too.
Yeah, you
So
do.
Tyler Conklin, he'll get some stuff and he'll boost up. I think it's the rushing. To be honest, I think the rushing, because passing we got it, because Zach Wilson was under center, Aaron Rodgers wasn't there, so passing will be fine because Aaron Rodgers is back.
Now we
But the
just don't know,
rushing,
but yeah, that rushing's up in the air because all those Brees Hall, we don't know how you gonna be when he come off from that. You know, he's coming off an ACL tear.
yeah, and then think about it, he's Brees Hall, and then Dalvin Cook is gone.
Yep.
So with Dalvin Cook gone, now Brees Hall has to show, and I think he could possibly do it because Aaron Rodgers, he's going to be throwing more because Aaron Rodgers, you're going to have him do a lot of play actions and stuff
Right.
that will open up the defense for him to run the ball.
Yep.
So hopefully Brees Hall could take advantage of that and start, and actually produce a lot more than what people are saying he should be able to produce. But if it's only depending on the offense, because I think that third percentage rating will go up, and I believe the rushing has to go up. Like that rushing has to go up. If our rushing goes up, I know that, and then the passing is automatically going to go up with Aaron Rodgers under center. That means I automatically know that third down percentage will go up too as well, and that is with the defense already performing well. So if they do all of that, I could see them. I could see them getting into the playoffs, getting a Super Bowl. That's all about luck, because sometimes sometimes things happen and stuff, in game and whatnot. But they just gotta. I could see them going the distance if they get those. If the offense just performs,
Right.
and they got so much going for them with Aaron Rodgers back now. You good?
Yeah. I'm looking at, trying to see. Oh, Mekhi Becton, he got traded to the Eagles. Oh, fuck.
Cool.
Now, but the Jets did end up. I don't know if it's that say. I don't know if it's a. If it, no, I don't know if it's a. It might be. It might be. They got rid of Mekhi Becton, but they did get Tyron Smith. They get Tyron Smith.
Oh, I forgot they had Lazard too.
That's what I'm saying. Like I wanted to really talk about this revamped receiving core because now they got Mike Williams, they got Garrett Wilson, and they got Allen Lazard now.
Yeah,
That's a good combination.
good combination.
That's a good goddamn combination. You ain't really. I think they got better on the offensive line. I really think they got better on the offensive line. Defense. Let's see what we're looking at. We got Quentin Williams. They did get Hassan Reddick. They still got C.J. Mosley and Quincy Williams and Sauce Gardner. These boys now got DJ Reed too.
See, that defense is gonna perform. All it is, like I said, the worst thing that they happened last year was third down percentage and the rushing.
Facts.
And I believe the rushing will go up if that passing is there. If that passing is if you're spreading that ball out and the passing is there, that rushing is gonna go up.
It's gonna be hard to score on these boys, man.
It is going to be, and then on the defensive side is all taken care of. And
Yeah.
Robert Saleh, like you said, is a defensive-minded coach.
Yep,
So
he definitely is, man. I'm interested. That AFC East dog is a gauntlet, boy.
that's why
That
I told
AFC
you. I think I
AFC
told
is
you
a
this.
gauntlet, dog.
I told you this. I said the Jets. I remember I said the Jets might. I mean, the Jets could possibly give Buffalo and Miami. You're like, man, I need to worry about the Jets. I'm like, you sure? I'm like, you sure?
Well, I say I don't worry about the Jets because it's the Jets. I don't care. You give it a history, it's the Jets. I don't care. But realistically speaking, Them boys got a team, but then like it's like I don't want it to. It's just like that Brett Favre, Ladainian Thomason team. Bro. On paper, that team supposed to go to the Super Bowl if you ask me, but they didn't. They boys were trash. They boys lost to Chad Pennington and Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams in the Wildcat. You get what I'm saying? And they couldn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So,
the defense looked unstoppable though.
It do. It's all Sauce caught by himself, man. Just damn. Sauce by himself, dog. Just damn, bro. Damn. What they need to do to win the Super Bowl? Let Aaron Rodgers beat Aaron Rodgers. Let Aaron Rodgers beat Aaron Rodgers. And I'm speaking for the fact as if Aaron Rodgers is healthy. Let Aaron Rodgers be Aaron Rodgers. Don't come and try to control him. You know what I'm saying? Let Aaron Rodgers be Aaron Rodgers. Let him do what you signed him to do. Right? Let him command the offense. Which I'm quite sure they're going to let him. But, like I said, sometimes these offensive coordinators get beside themselves. You know what I'm saying? And they try to kind of hold, the quarterback's hand, and it just go downhill from there. Let Aaron Rodgers be Aaron Rodgers. Right? And hopefully Breece Hall, when he comes back, is healthy enough to give you at least a 80-yard per game type of season. That's all you need. That's all you need. You don't need 120 yards. You don't need 100 yards. If he just give you 80 yards per game, you can do some damage with that. Alan Lazard, Garrett Wilson, Mike Williams, they're gonna be tough to cover, man. They're gonna be tough to cover, dog. I'm not even lying to you, bro. Especially with Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball like that. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard, man, to cover him. So offensively, it's really just gonna be, if Aaron Rodgers ain't in the shell with himself, that's one, because you missed out about a year of football. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you had an Achilles injury, and 9 times out of 10, because most people do not play the same when they got an Achilles injury. They're not the same. They're not the same. I seen it happen to Cameron Wake. He wasn't the same after that Achilles injury. That was it. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers, he used to be immobile and shuffling in the pocket, man. So Aaron Rodgers might have to change his game, you know what I'm saying, to be steady in the pocket, man, and shifting your protection. Instead of you now trying to extend the play, you're going to have to just shift your protection and Peyton Manning that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you might have to do that now, So that's going to require for Aaron, not saying he can't do it, but that's going to require Aaron Rodgers more time to be in the film room and study to learn a little bit more about these defenses, man. And he's going to have to take his game from improviser to manipulator. Meaning post-snap reads all day long. You get what I'm saying? And Rodgers' main game is improvising. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So now he's going to have to change his game to manipulator and thinker and read these defenses for what they is and audible out if he got to. You're not saying he can do it because I'm quite sure he did it before. You know what I'm saying? It's Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's going to have to happen. And then, like I said, defense going to play on their own. Defense going to do what they got to do. I already know that defense going to show up because the defense showed up when they wasn't shit any damn way. So now that they got promise, their boy for the fight. Their boy for to be fire. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like I said, it's really about, if Breece Hall can be Breece Hall, but not full Super Saiyan Breece Hall, but just enough Breece Hall to get you to the promised land. Save him for the playoffs, because playoffs you're gonna have to really rely on your running game and your defense, because a lot of these defenses in the playoffs they tighten up. You know what I'm saying? That's why you say but how the hell the Chiefs playoff defense be so ass during the season, but then in the playoffs, they be playing immaculate. That's why. You get what I'm saying? They let them boys do what they got to do in the regular season. Let Patrick Mahomes win you the game, and then We gonna come in on the playoffs and let our defense win the Super Bowl for us. That's what the Jets gonna have to do, right? So don't call all the dogs out in every single game, but when it's playoff time, all right, let's lock up, let's clamp up, and I think they could do that. And then, like I said, let Breece Hall, go ahead. If you want to go ahead and run Breece Hall down to the ground, let him run him down to the ground them last 4 games. And then let Aaron Rodgers do what he gotta do and see if he gets you to that promised land. They got a shot. They got a damn good shot. But like I said, that AFC East, bro, that's a gauntlet, man. That can go any way. That can go oh man, my damn hell go. I would be stressing like a motherfucker this season, dog.
Boy, Jordan have to be in shootouts with Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers. That's crazy.
I got to deal with 2 motherfuckers where, God forbid, if Tom Brady was still playing. My God.
I mean, but then we don't know how Milton's gonna play.
That's true too.
But I'm not. He's a rookie. But like,
but I really ain't worried about the Patriots because it's a new coach.
Yeah,
now this was Bill Belichick. I'm like, all right, I don't know though, because part of me still like I still say, all right, bro, it's looking like it's Tom Brady, but like part of me in back in my psychological mind is saying like some of that was Bill Belichick too. You get what I'm saying? So like I ain't giving up on Bill just yet. I ain't giving up on Bill just yet, but.
But I know the Tua is gonna be tough. That's shootouts, but
Tua, man.
You just got. He's gonna have to rely on Tyreek a lot. And
boy, listen, dog. I'm already regretting because you paid him the money. Now he got to show up. He got to show up. Now he ain't no choice.
Yeah.
You got to show up now, and I'm gonna be so mad. I'm already ready for it because I know it's gonna happen. I'm gonna be so mad Tua go out here and don't win the goddamn AFC East for the 3rd season in a row behind some fucking bullshit. I done paid you damn near $200 million.
Can't win the division.
Can't even win the division. Boy, I say, boy, Tua want to ship you up, but you better do it. You better do it this season right here. You better do it. Cause what the fuck I paid you for?
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So, all right, cuz. Let's get into it right here. The best player in franchise history. That boy Ryan Fitzpatrick. Who is your best player in franchise history for the Jets, man?
Darrelle Revis, lockdown corner.
Revis Island.
One of my favorite corners, and he is hailed as being one of the best corners of all time. I believe Darrelle Revis is the best player, but I don't know much players in Jets history. But I know Darrelle
Joe
Revis.
Namath?
I didn't really watch him like that. I didn't know of James. I know his name, but I didn't know of him. I actually seen Darrelle play. So
Wayne Corbett, you got Wayne Corbett. You got what's your boy name over there? It's another receiver. I don't know the other receiver name. It ain't hit me. But you had Wayne Corbett. You got John Abraham, Curtis Martin. You got a lot of motherfuckers.
I think Darrelle Revis is one of the best players in this franchise.
That's a good pick, though. That's it.
Yeah. Darrelle Revis is a very great corner.
Okay. I'm going to give it to, I should say Tom Tupa. Tom Tupa deserves a statue. I don't care what nobody say. I might give it to It's between John Abraham,
Brandon Marshall.
John Abraham. No, not Brandon Marshall, because I don't count that stint where he was with the Jets. He was watched that in. Brandon Marshall is more of like a Denver and Chicago for me.
You want to be a homer? Go with the quarterback that played for Miami too.
Chad Pennington. I ain't gonna give it to him because Chad, man, like he deserved. He would be in the Dolphins conversation for me because I feel like he did way more for the Dolphins than he did with the Jets. That's just my opinion. I'm gonna get to Curtis Martin.
Curtis Martin.
I'm getting my boy, my Curtis, my favorite Martin, man. He oh man,
Them 90s
Curtis
running
Martin,
back.
dog. That man was fire, dog. That man was fire, bro. I mean, I like Wayne Corbett too because Wayne Corbett, bro, he like my height, bro, but he out there like most of niggas. You know what I'm saying? White boy. You know what I'm saying? But I like Curtis Martin, man. Curtis Martin, bro, he was straight. I like what he did for the Jets, man.
Them 90s running backs, yeah.
Yeah. And he had a good 2000 stint run too. Now he had a 2000 stint run with the Jets, man. He definitely gave Chad Pennington some ease off of pressure. But yeah. And Chad Pennington, he thrives off of a run game. That's why he was able to dominate in Miami. Because he, like I said again, Chad Pennington, another one of those quarterbacks. For one, I like Chad Pennington because he's a possession quarterback, and on top of that, his play action. You know what I'm saying? Chad Pennington had a good play action, man, but he used that to his ability because he learned all that stuff when he was in New York with Curtis Martin. So he was already used to a solid run game. So, yeah, but I'm gonna get to Curtis Martin, man. He kept that run game for the Jets. He kept that run Jets for the game relevant. So we did the best player franchise. What about the biggest disappointment? Zach Wilson.
Brett Favre.
You think Brett Favre the biggest disappointment?
Yeah, because of how they're hyping that season up. And they really weren't like all of that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it, because he was gonna retire. He went to Vikings first. He was gonna retire then. And then he came back. He's like, wait, I'm going to the Jets. And people are like, oh my God, he's in the Jets. Brett Favre, we got Brett Favre. You know, you could say that. You could also say Mark Sanchez, but you could say
Mark Sanchez won a playoff game.
He won a playoff game, but he won a playoff game
against the Patriots.
Yeah, he won a playoff game, but because he came from the Trojans, because he came from the Trojans when they were on their shit, they were expecting him to be that. They expect him to be one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time and all that stuff.
Yeah, because USC have a history of good quarterbacks, so.
Yeah, but he isn't high on the list of disappointments, though. And I won't say Zach Wilson, because Zach Wilson, I mean, he wasn't hailed as being the best quarterback in the draft whenever they drafted him. So, cause even though they drafted him, like what overall they drafted him?
I don't know. What overall did they draft Zach Wilson?
Somehow 2 is in my mind, but I know he wasn't a second. He wasn't like a second.
He definitely was a top 5.
He was a top 5, but I knew he wasn't worthy of like that spot.
Damn,
you could
Zach
say
Wilson was 25 years old. That boy young.
Damn. It might be Zach Wilson if he's high. Actually.
Second overall pick.
Yeah, Zach. Oh, wait, hold
up. Zach Wilson was number 2, dog. With the number 2 pick, the Jets selected Zach Wilson, dog. Fuck, y'all fucked that shit up. Damn.
So Zach Wilson is actually the 3rd worst bust for Jets.
Who's number 1?
Jets' worst overall pick
Sam
of all
Darnold
time was Vernon Gholston in the 2008 draft, first round, 6 overall.
What he was, a linebacker?
I'm about to see. Vernon Gholston was a former defensive end. He was a former defensive end.
They didn't put Sam Darnold on that list?
Nah, I only see the top 5. I only see Vernon, Blair Thomas, Zach Wilson, who's the 3rd, D. Millen. I don't know.
I don't think Sam Darnold was picked so high though. Hold on.
I'm gonna go over the top 10 because they only showed me the 5. Vernon, B. Miller.
Damn, what's up with them and these goddamn boys from USC? Cause Sam Darnold didn't play for
Sam Darnold is 10th.
Sam Darnold #1 for me. Cause that nigga is ass.
Sam Darnold is 10th.
Sam Darnold
Because he was
is trash, dog.
Let's see what they said. They said this one is difficult to rank. While Darnold did show flashes at times, the fact that the Jets gave up 3 second-round picks to move up to 3rd overall and the quarterback to not work out is even worse. It's important to remember that Darnold's name may be on the name is on this list. May not be fair if he dominated elsewhere, but he's on his 3rd team in 3 seasons. So you tell me how good this guy is. I mean, they were shitting on him in the thing, but like they have him as 10. So I don't know. Wait. I'm gonna see what they said about Zach Wilson.
You said #1 was you said Bart Simpson was #3.
No, I said number 3 is
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson. He
So
said
Mark Sanchez ain't even on that list.
nope. He said make
playoff game.
Yeah, make no mistakes. Wilson is one of the biggest draft busts in Jets history. A losing record as a starter, benched multiple times each season, and a completion percentage under 60%.
God damn.
Just isn't going to cut it. Like Darnold, there are factors outside of Wilson's control that led him here, but he just isn't a very good quarterback and is one of the worst in team history. They're saying he's one of the worst quarterbacks, so that's why they have him at 3.
But is Zach Wilson worse than Sam Darnold?
I don't know.
Oh, because Sam Darnold is ass, bro. Like, Sam Darnold is trash.
Let's look at their stats.
Sam Darnold is ass, bro. Hold up. But see, no, you really can't do that, Chris, because Sam Darnold had more snaps.
Hold up. We're comparing the 3 seasons, right?
All right, yeah, you compare the first 3. Compare the first 2. Compare the first 2.
First 2 is fine.
Yeah, because Zach Wilson just got off his 3rd season, so I mean, he really ain't. I mean, he was in the toss-up.
So wait, hold on. Let me pull up Zach Wilson though. So, Zach Wilson's first season. Let me see.
He threw for 2,000 yards, right?
He threw for 2,000 yards. It was 22. Wait, no. It's 2,300 yards, 9 interceptions, 11. 9 touchdowns, 11 interceptions.
Okay.
Sam Darnold in his first year threw 2,800 and threw 17 touchdowns and 15 interceptions.
God damn, Sam Darnold!
Let's go to the second season.
That boy is a pick machine, boy.
This is why they ranked him high because of what their stats output. So, Zach Wilson's next season, he only played 9 games. So mind you, he played 9 games. I don't know. I think they started benching him. So he played 9 games.
Zach Wilson.
And he threw for 1,700 yards, 6 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Sam Darnold, on the other hand, threw for 3,000 yards, 19 touchdowns, 13 interceptions.
Boy, Sam Darnold is a walking interception, bro. I tell you.
He is. But I think that they only ranked them high. They only ranked Zach Wilson high because they didn't see the stat output. And even though Sam Darnold was throwing interceptions, he was just throwing the ball. He had more yards. That's the only reason why they're ranking him higher.
Now, Sam Darnold almost had a career resurgence when he went to Carolina.
Yeah,
he almost did. He almost did. He almost had a career resurgence when he went to Carolina. Because that first season, funny? The first couple of games, I was like, damn, Sam Darnold?
You know what's funny?
He came back to earth and he was not being trash again.
You know what's funny? He has a ring.
With who?
Because he was playing on San Fran last year.
Sam Darnold?
He was playing on. He has a ring.
I didn't know he was back up.
Yeah.
He 3rd string?
He might be 3rd. That man, he got a ring. He got a ring.
Sam Darnold is trash, bro.
Yeah,
Like, do you
I agree.
know? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like
Sam Darnold's ass.
Zach Wilson, like he showed some flash because Zach Wilson can at least can move a little bit to me. You know
Sam
what I'm saying?
Darnold.
Sam Darnold can't even fucking move, dog. Like Sam Darnold was garbage, dog. That nigga was
Yeah.
bad. I just knew we were gonna win every time we played Sam Darnold, boy.
But to be honest, I don't know the other busts for Jets because I'm not a Jets fan. And anybody who is a Jets fan, I'm sorry. But I say Zach Wilson's the worst probably. Because I mean, as a quarterback, I know him. Like I don't know him, but I know.
You watching him, right?
Yeah, I've been watching him. He's terrible, and he was hyped up to be this good, good little improvising quarterback. Nah, he's trash.
That we know of so far.
That we know so far, yeah. But I say Zach Wilson's the worst.
Okay.
Sam Darnold's a close second to me, though. Like I don't know the other players on the list, but I think Sam Darnold's there. He's almost there because that boy's.
Yeah, that's Sam Darnold, boy. That's Sam Darnold. That's Sam Darnold project, boy. Oh, I've been mad he was playing for Miami. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Still would have told him better too. I chose him over Tua though. I choose him over Tua though. Any day.
Yeah.
All right, man, cuz that's it for the New York Jets. We finna take about a good 10-minute break, bro, and then we're gonna come back with the Detroit Lions, man. Those of you that tuning in, make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. We are on the road to 200 subscribers, man. Cuz you got anything you want to say about the Jets, man, before we head on out?
Nope, they're trash.
And that they are, man. We'll be back, guys, in about 10 minutes, man. Don't you guys go anywhere.
Today. Uh-oh, back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab